Hey y'all, it's a great day here at the Raytown Trampoline Scene. May I help you? May I help you? I found these yesterday, y'all. So we're gonna try them. I'm up, the kids still asleep. I have to work today. So we're gonna try these pretzel Pop-Tarts for breakfast. Hey, I am. And I'm gonna use my new toaster I got for Christmas. It really looks like a pretzel, y'all. Look. It really looks like a pretzel, like it's a for real pretzel, y'all. Okay, let's put that in there. Hey, sweets. It's a for real. Smells like a pretzel too. This is a for real pretzel, y'all. It says sweet and salty cinnamon and sugar. Do people freeze Pop-Tarts? Is that a thing? You eat an untoasted Pop-Tart frozen? Hey, Faye. Hey, babe. I don't think I'd want that. Hey, Lady AK. This toaster's kind of slow, isn't it? I only put it on 3. There we go. They actually got soft, y'all. It's kind of soft. Okay, so this toaster gets real toasty. Use it at 1. It better not taste good. All right, it says to let it cool for a little bit. And let it cool off a little bit. Oosh, it's hot. cinnamon brown sugar. Hey, Whiskey. It's good. It tastes like a Pop-Tart. You know Pop-Tarts have their own unique flavor. So it still tastes like a Pop-Tart, but it does give you that little salty sweet. The way I actually usually eat my Pop-Tarts is I toast them and I spread a little butter on mine. These would be good if you spread a little butter on there. It's a Pop-Tart pretzel, Whiskey. Pop-Tart pretzel. This is good, y'all. Hey, Savvy Maggie. I'm good. How are you? You'll eat them raw? Yeah, they're brand new. They just came out. They're brand new. Who's in Louisiana, DC? I like the plain strawberry with no frosting. I don't like frosting. I don't like frosting. I like the plain strawberry, and then, like I said, I put a little butter on it. Me, my family's from Louisiana. I'm Creole, remember? It's really flaky, y'all. It's really, really flaky. That's one difference from the other Pop-Tarts. This breaks apart. This crumbles. Hey, Metro. Kush Kush. You're spelling it wrong. I haven't because it don't sound good to me, but my uncle used to eat it all the time. My aunt used to make him a pan of cornbread every day, and he'd mix it up. Hey, John. He'd mix it with buttermilk and eat it. Not my kind of food. It's very, very crumbly, y'all. If you toast it way less than I did. Even though, like I said, I only put it on 3, but this is a brand new toaster, so we're trying out the toaster at the same time as we're trying out the Pop-Tart. It's good, but it's very crumbly, like it's breaking apart. Uncooked cornmeal? No, it's cornbread. It's a pan of cornbread, DC. You can't eat uncooked cornmeal. That'd be disgusting. It's just a toaster. It's just a toaster. Rayon got me for Christmas. But yeah, Kush Kush, they just make a fresh hot pan of cornbread. At least all the people that I know, what they did, a hot pan of cornbread, they crumble it up, and then they pour either buttermilk or sweet milk, and just eat it with a spoon. Just sit there and eat it like it's cereal. It don't sound tasty to me. It don't look tasty to me. I don't like soggy bread. So, uh-uh. That's a big old bowl of no. That's a big old bowl of no. Mm-mm. And then one of my cousins, she said that her mom used to just give them white bread. She would tear up white bread and put it in a bowl and pour sugar and milk on it. And they ate white bread like that. I'm like, no. Her mom was from Louisiana too. Her mom was Creole. She was so Creole. She didn't even speak English. She only spoke French for years after my uncle married her. It's actually my grandmother's brother, his wife. And so he met her somewhere in Louisiana when he was working for the oil company. And she was very young. She was like 12. You can't speak French, you say okay. Um, she was like 12, and he married her. Like, he was like, I'm gonna marry that girl right there. She didn't speak English and he didn't speak French, but he married her. hmm That was my Aunt Mary. She's the one in my entire life. She never said my name right. She always called me LaDonna. My whole life, she called me LaDonna until the day she died. She was in the hospital before she died. She got real sick. She was in the hospital. And, they had called all the family in, saying she was going to die, come in and say your goodbyes and stuff. And we were all in there in the room. And she was laying there in the bed. She hadn't been talking. She hadn't said anything to anybody in a couple weeks, probably. And everybody was just kind of talking to each other and just standing around. And all of a sudden, she looked at me. And she said, Leilani, go tell that nurse to come get me off this bedpan. And my eyes got this big because I was like, did she just call me Leilani? My entire life, she called me LaDonna. My entire life, she called me LaDonna. She died my first year of college, so I was 18, 19. She said my name, Leilani. Go tell that nurse to get me off this bedpan. I went and told that nurse get her off that bedpan. She died about 2 hours later. That was Aunt Mary. That is who I learned how to make gumbo from. Because, like I said, she was Creole. She was from Louisiana, born and raised. She only spoke French. She would always make gumbo, and invite the family over. But she would never let anybody see her make gumbo. And in the later years of her life, she got real sick. She had COPD. And she got real sensitive to, stuff that, she was trying to breathe. And so she couldn't cook because she couldn't have the seasonings and flour and stuff in front of her. So she had decided one day she was going to make gumbo. And she couldn't really cook. So she told my granny, I want you to bring LaDonna over here because I'm going to make y'all some gumbo and she going to come in here and help me. And so my granny was like, okay. And so I went over there, and now I was probably about 16 or 17 at that time. And we went over there, and my granny and her sister tried to come in too. And they was, we all gonna help make gumbo. And my aunt said, no, y'all go on outside and talk. Me and LaDonna gonna make this gumbo. Because she wasn't giving them her recipes. She did not share recipes. She decided that LaDonna could have a recipe. They had to go on outside. And she made them go outside. She locked the door, and me and her made gumbo. We fried fish, and she showed me how to make homemade hush puppies. All that day, she sat on the opposite side of the room, on the opposite side of the table, and she told me how to make her gumbo. She told me how to batter and fry her fish, and she told me how to make homemade hush puppies. And they kept trying to come in the house, and she said, "Y'all stay on outside and y'all talk. And don't come in here. Y'all stay on outside and y'all talk. Me and LaDonna gonna cook this." They were trying so hard to get in. But I can remember my whole life, my granny always wanting to know her different recipes for stuff. And she was like, y'all gone outside. Y'all gone outside. Me and LaDonna gonna do this. So, yeah, that was her gift to me. And before she passed, she taught me how to make her gumbo, fry fish, and do her hush puppies. That was my Aunt Mary. She's the one, I've told y'all before, she's the one who, when I was little, my dad dropped me and my cousin Alta off. Well, the uncle is the one that I told y'all we saw make hog head cheese. We thought he was finna make cheese. And then we found out it wasn't cheese. This is the same house. But she's the one that we woke up in the morning and she gave us both big old mixing bowls. A big mixing bowl full of rice. Just plain white rice. And said, "Eat that." We were like, "Huh?" "Eat that. That's your breakfast. Go on, eat your breakfast." We were like, "Who eating all this rice?" Just like, "You better eat that breakfast." I started crying. I started crying. I don't want to go home. I want to go home. Hey, Magdalene. But yeah, that was Aunt Mary. I went over there a lot. Like I did. I spent a lot of time over there with them when I was a little girl. But yeah, that was Aunt Mary. Hey, Valerie. So yeah, I'm not eating the second one, y'all. Y'all know I don't do a whole lot of sugar. But these are good. And the icing, it's not too much icing. It's just a little bit. But it's good. It's sweet and salty. But it's really, really flaky. Like it crumbles. DC, me and Alta were at that table eating rice from about 8 o'clock in the morning until probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon. We were still sitting there looking at all that rice. It was a lot of rice. A lot of rice. And she said, "Don't y'all come, then get up until you eat that food." We were eating rice until somebody came and picked us up. We were eating rice until somebody came to pick us up to leave. Why she give us so much though? Like she could have gave us a normal amount of rice and said, "You better eat that." It was a mixing bowl. Like a cake mixing bowl. The glass bowl. Like, who you feeding? We were like 5 or 6. If we were that old. I don't even think we were that old. We were probably 4 or 5. Maggie, that was probably breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, dessert. Mm-mm. just rice. It wasn't butter and sugar. There wasn't soy sauce. There wasn't gravy. There wasn't any sweet milk, no cinnamon. It was just a big old bowl of white rice. A big old bowl of white rice. Me and Alta was like, I want to go home. I want to go home. And the crazy thing is, my dad had dropped us off and he hadn't even told anybody. We were there for like, I think we were there for 2 days. Because nobody even knew that he dropped us off. He had come and picked us up and said he was going to take us. He was going to go buy a horse and he was going to take us to see a horse. So we went to, we want to see the horse. Okay, we going to see a horse. He drove us straight over there to my uncle's house, put us out, and said, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the horse. And he didn't come back. We were there 2 days. Like the first day is the day we were there and we were just kind of playing around in the yard and stuff. And then my uncle came up and said he was finna make the hog head cheese. And we were like, you gonna make cheese? We want to see. And then he lit that cauldron pot in the middle of the yard and put the fire and put the water in there and went and got a dang pig head. And we were like, that's not cheese. What is happening? Yeah, we had a whole, then we also at the same time, since we were there and we had to spend the night, after we finished playing that night, my aunt was like, y'all gotta get ready for bed. Y'all gotta go to sleep. Y'all can't come in this house because y'all been playing outside. Y'all dirty. Y'all gotta take a bath. She got the big old metal wash tub. Y'all remember them big old country metal wash tubs? Put it in the yard. Put it in the yard, in the center of the yard. Turned on the water hose. Started filling up the wash tub. Told us to get bucket naked in the yard and started spraying us down with a water hose, butt naked in the yard. Now, me and Alta were city kids. We didn't live down there in the country. Alta lived in Dallas. I lived in Oklahoma. We lived in the city. We took our baths in the house, in the bathtub. Okay? We ain't never been told to get butt naked outside and get sprayed with a hose. When I tell you that was a whole traumatic weekend, it was a whole traumatic weekend. We were like, and then to wake up the next morning to the giant bowl of rice, it's like, what we do? What did we do for this punishment? I want to go home. I want to go home. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like, what did we do wrong? I don't understand. Now, she had 3 grandchildren who lived with her, and they were used to it. They lived there. So to them, they were like, what's wrong with y'all? They got their giant bowls of rice, and they went on outside to play. Me and Alta sitting there like, they got butt naked in the yard like, okay, it's time to take a bath. Mm-mm. Crazy. And then when we get home, my granny's like, we didn't know where y'all was. I didn't know you was over there. And I think the way we ended up, somebody came to get us was my grandmother's other sister's husband just happened to come by because they worked together. That's what it was. My 2 uncles worked together. And so my Uncle Oscar had come just to, just coming by after work or whatever, he just stopped by. And me and Alta, we ran to the truck. Can you take us home? Can you take us home? He's like, what y'all doing over here? Please take us home, Uncle Oscar. And that's how we got home. And then, my granny was like, how'd y'all end up? We didn't know where y'all was. How'd y'all end up over there? Daddy supposed to buy a horse. He didn't buy no dang horse. He was gone. Just gone. We got out of there. We got out of there. I ain't do no more night spending no more. I did go over to visit, but I didn't spend no more nights after that. I had to make sure at all times Granny knew I was there and come get me. Oh no, we can't spend the night. We can't spend the night. I think my daddy ended up going to Louisiana. Because where we were, there in East Texas, it's right there on the border of Louisiana. Like it's like, 45 minute drive to Louisiana. Like it's with that area is called the Arklatex. It's Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, all connected. A little circle. That's where we were. And so he went to Louisiana. I think he went fishing or something. And I don't think he came back for 3 or 4 days. Like, he was gone for a while. He wasn't getting no dang horse. He could have left us at home. I remember that. That's one of my traumatic stories that I remember. Being stripped down naked and sprayed in a wash tub in the yard. In front of everybody. It wasn't like, there was nobody there. Like I said, she had 3 grandkids. She had 2 granddaughters and a grandson. And then there was me and Alta. And then my uncle was out there. His son was out there. It was neighbors all outside. Just like, take your clothes off. Just butt naked outside with everybody watching, getting sprayed with a hose. It was like, oh no. I'm too city for this life. I still loved her though. That was still my Aunt Mary, but I didn't want to spend no more nights. I'm good on that. I was good on that. Thank you, Sassy. Yeah, I would. People just gotta, give me some questions. Okay, Whiskey. See you later. My kids go back Tuesday. What time is it? Almost 10:30. I gotta be at work at 12:30. But yeah, if people ask me questions, I'll do it. But usually when I try and post something and tell people ask me questions or something like that, nobody ever asks me anything. Nobody ever asks. My viewers like to be quiet and just watch. They don't like to say nothing. I was saying that to somebody earlier today on IG. I was saying how, the way my memory works and all the stuff that I just know the answers to. And people always think I'm cheating when we play trivia games and stuff. And I've done a couple lives where I told people to come in and ask me questions and see if you see me need Google or Siri to answer for me. And everybody just comes in and stares at me. Nobody says anything. Nobody asks any questions at all. They just look. It's like, I said I know answers. I ain't say I was telepathic. I can't read your mind. Hey, Simply K Simone. I can't read your mind. You got to actually put the question on the screen and then I can answer it. But if you don't ask it, I can't answer. I'll do that. I'll put up a community board post and say, ask me questions. I will. The wind is really blowing outside. I don't know, Asia, I might be. Everybody say I be cheating. All I do is answer. If I had to sit here and ask Siri or Cortana or any of these devices to give me an answer, it would take forever because you see, none of them are answering me, right? I said Cortana's name, she not talking, that's on that computer. I said Siri's name, she's not talking, she's on this phone. They only answer me if I didn't call her name. These devices don't work for me. So if I was sitting here trying to get them to give me an answer real fast, I wouldn't win nothing. Okay, Maggie, you have a good day too. How you doing, A&M and friends? Hey, Ralph. Oh no, I'm so sorry, A&M. I am so sorry. Condolences, prayers, and blessings to you. My dad passed away last year. It's a lot to go through. It is. It's a lot to go through. It's one day at a time. One day at a time. I don't know what that guinea pig's doing. I am just chilling until I get ready to go to work. I gotta work today. What are you doing? Snickerdoodle. Can't see her. She's hiding, or I can't see. It's just being real loud. Right, Asia. Right. Yeah, I gotta go to work. What am I doing today? Am I doing soup today? No, I'm not doing soup. That's next week. Oh, when my granny passed, that was super hard because my granny was my mom. My granny was my mom, so that was super hard. What am I doing today? Maybe peanut butter sandwiches. Those little frozen peanut butter sandwiches. I think that might be what I'm doing today. Jiffy peanut butter sandwiches. Yesterday I had keto diet bars. Yeah, Shaylin likes them too. I had these keto diet bars yesterday called Good Fats. And all day long I hadn't tried. People ask me, which one do you like the most? I'm like, I didn't eat that. And I finally made myself try one. There was a chocolate coconut. There was chocolate mint, chocolate chip cookie dough, and then chocolate and peanut butter. I finally made myself try the chocolate coconut, and to me it was really dry. It's not sweet at all. It's not sweet. It was really dry, and then salty. Like it had pieces of sea, like big rocks of sea salt in it. No, I don't have any keto recipes. I couldn't eat keto. It's too much. It's too much fat for me. It will make me really, really sick because I've had gastric bypass, y'all. So there's a lot of stuff that I can't do. And I had the full out. I didn't have like a sleeve or a band. I had the full out Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. So I'm missing intestines and all kinds of stuff. I still have my gallbladder. I do. But I'm missing actually most of my small intestine was removed. My surgery was actually botched, and they actually took too much of my intestine out. So because of that, um, basically all the part of my intestine that does absorption of like your vitamins and minerals. What's Cece doing? Now she got me upside down. Sorry, y'all, I got Cece on my screen over there. She was doing the ASMR. Now she's spinning us in circles. um, uh, like taking vitamins by mouth is pointless for me because it doesn't get absorbed. Because basically, when you take a vitamin, it goes through your stomach, goes into your intestine, and it sits in your intestine, and that's actually where you absorb your vitamins. Because, like, if you take too many vitamins, they basically just go straight through you. Like, nothing happens if you take too many. Pretty much just goes through because of how far it goes down before it actually starts to absorb. And so, taking vitamins, taking iron, because I've told y'all I'm severely anemic. I have thalassemia. So my body basically eats its own red blood, which keeps me anemic. But in addition to that, like taking an iron pill is pointless because the whole part of my intestine that should absorb iron isn't there. I have to take B12 shots. I have to go in every so often and get iron infusions where they put an IV drip of iron straight into my vein. Yeah, I eat all meats. I eat red meat. I eat seafood. I eat pork. I eat chicken. I eat turkey. hmm But actually, what's been working for me, keeping my iron where it is, which for other people would be still be extremely low. But for me, My iron, I can keep it at about a 12, which my doctor's happy at a 12, which most people's iron is in the 400, 500s. No, I hate lobster, you know. But yeah, mine stays at a 12 and I can function at a 12, and I'm pretty good at keeping it there now. But cooking with in a cast iron, that helps me because like when you cook with cast iron, it gets into your food and stuff. Hey Joe Alice, Happy New Year. Cooking with cast iron, I take a liquid B12, you put it under your tongue, and that kind of helps me. Stuff that I put under my tongue because it's going into your tongue, it's absorbing in your tongue. That works for me. Um, and actually, what I found out, hey Tasha, was CBD oil actually contains B12, or B. It contains B something, one of the B's, because I was taking this. I was taking this like once a day, just once a day, which is what you're supposed to take. It's just a B complex liquid. And I've been taking this for a long time just to keep my B up because I wasn't getting the shot because the shot's not actually covered by my insurance. I had to pay for that out of pocket. And that was extra money I didn't always have, because I'd have to get it. It was like a prescription. Like they'd give me the shot. I'd have to go up there, pay for it at, at CVS. It was like 100 and something dollars. And then I had to buy syringes and, give myself a shot. And, especially when it gets close to the kids' birthdays and stuff and Christmas holidays, because it's all like right there together. Thank you, Asia. Um, I found this and this started working. Well, I started taking CBD oil, um, like I guess going on 2 years ago now. Um, no, not 2 years, is it? A year. A year, because Vance was here when I first bought it. And so that was just a year. Um, when I did that, I remember I had to go to the doctor for something and she did some blood work. And when she did the blood work, she was like, your B is too high. Slack off on taking so much B. And I was like, taking so much B? Well, I was doing this, and at that time, I wasn't even doing it every day. I was doing it like every 3 or 4 days, I'd take some of this. And she said it was really high. And I was like, how is it really high? And I was trying to figure out what I had done that was any different. And that's when I was like, the CBD oil. So I started searching on CBD oil to see, what all it was. And it actually has B in it. It actually raises your B levels. So I was like, okay, so now I only do this like once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. I'll do this just in case. If I start kind of feeling sluggish, I'll go ahead and have some. But yeah, that was a benefit from CBD oil that I didn't realize was there. So that helps me out too. And I think it helped with iron, it helped with B, it helped with, can't remember, there's something else. But the CBD oil, you put it under your tongue. It works the same way you know, like this does. And so it's absorbing into your tongue. You know, you have a lot of blood vessels under your tongue. And so anything you put under there, you absorb it. That's why you shouldn't, you know, you don't want your kids picking up coins and putting coins in your mouth and stuff like that. You absorb stuff you put in your mouth. It's not good. Even your lips, there's a lot of blood vessels and stuff in your lips. This is a very, very, very thin skin. So you got to be careful. But yeah, I'm going to get off here, y'all, so I can relax a little bit more before I get ready to go to work and go to work. I may be back later on tonight. Um, I'm not sure. I might be back tonight. We'll see. No, you know what? I won't, because I got to do Shaylin's hair tonight. I need to do Shaylin's hair. At least get started on it. It needs to be washed first. And yeah, because I got to do Shaylin and Rayon's hair, both of them. So one of them will be tonight, one of them will be tomorrow. So yeah, I won't be back on here tonight. I won't. But I thank y'all for watching. Thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing. And I will be back at some point. So when I am, y'all come back now, yeah? Bye, y'all. Yep, two heads. Hey, Asia. Hey, Sassy. Hey, Lady K. See y'all later. Tosh, DC, Joe Alice, AM, Valerie, Sweets, Babe, if you're still watching. Who else was in here? Somebody else was in here. Maggie already left. Simply K. Yeah. Thank all y'all for watching. I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.